Welcome back to another video slash a little bit discussion video. I actually have something quite fascinating, and I didn't realize until now. Um so you guys remember, if you guys don't know, if you follow the Donald Mustard, the director of Epic Games and such forth, and director of Fortnite, everything, right, related to Fortnite. I had um, something that just came to my mind, and I didn't realize until now. Um, and and uh, Mr. Donald Mustard yesterday, he tweeted out, I think it was like the Midas Rex, right? With the new, with all the um, cool cosmetics and things like that. So I was kind of curious as to, you know, like, is this related to something? And I thought of something interesting, and if you guys remember those advertisements a while ago with the old commercials and things like that, with the cereal and the where everything turned to chrome and there's a lot of gold things in the background, right? Now, personally, I think there's um, there's one thing I want to point out, and um, I feel like yes, mice could possibly return. However, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think he's gonna have significance in the storyline. He probably will return, but probably not Midas. It's probably someone else entirely. And here's the reason why. I have some evidence pointing towards another character, similar to Midas, but with a whole different ego than than um, than Midas. And that is, of course, one and the only person I know that has similarities to Midas, uh, and they both have daughters, right? As you guys know, Jenna has two daughters, and um, and Midas also has a daughter. So I thought, what else is there? What else is there to? What else is? Who else has a golden glow to him? Not a golden touch, but a golden glow, and who has also has armor. And I thought, there's only one person in the there's only one person that's in this world, like in Fortnite, the Fortnite universe, and it came to my mind, and I thought, what about Geno? And I know you guys are probably thinking, why Geno? Why this? Well, as you know, as you know, um, Geno also has like some sort of like glow to him, like not a golden touch, but a glow to him. And I believe that Geno will appear in this live event for this season. And here's the thing. Um, I'm pretty sure he's probably will appear, or probably not. Who knows? But We did see him disappear in the well, a couple minutes. He disappeared for a couple minutes, not long, but he did disappear for like at least 15 or 10 minutes. I should put my glasses on. I mean, like for one page entirely. So I thought, well, well, he did reappear after that towards the end of the comic, and he says, and then it says, this is not the end. So basically, this means that General will return, and probably General will probably is probably gonna do something to the 0 point, and I 100% gonna think that's probably gonna be something related uh to General that might actually appear for this live event. And I know you guys are probably thinking, because I know like Midas, right, has also, like, I mean, he has his live event, right? So I imagine, and same with Sloan, right? Sloan had her live event in the Skyfire event, right? And then we also had the Cube Queen, who also appeared in the live. So I imagine it's probably going to be Jenna that will appear in this live event also. So, you know, I mean, we had so it's probably I probably gonna imagine that both the Herald and and not the Cube Queen, um, both the Herald and Geno will probably fight or do something or something related to this whole scheme of things. So I imagine that's what's gonna happen, or I could be totally wrong. Um, as mentioned, there's a lot of things subject to change. I just had it. That's my prediction. Um, Now another thing is also pointed out is um, let's see. So I was kind of going to late uh, logjam recently on the, I think it was like a couple, like, not a couple seasons, but a couple of days, like yesterday or the day before. um, I was kind of, grabbing some materials, and I hit the thing. I noticed that something really interesting, and I didn't notice this, but as you guys know, the Chrome is spreading, so I think it's supposed to appear at Logjam, but it doesn't seem like it's ready to appear. So probably the Fortnite Nightmares update is uh, supposed to appear this, well, around this time. I mean, yes, tomorrow. Um, Now the update I'm gonna talk about. Well, we talked about Geno. We talked. I have some more topics I want to talk about. Number one. Number one, there's supposed to be several new item. Well, one new item that will be coming, and that is the return. Well, the new pumpkin launcher, um, Shockwave. Pumpkin launcher Shockwave. There's probably going to be new skins, new Fortnite skin. I mean, new Fortnite Mares skins. I'm hoping that maybe, I'm really liking the changing up the sizes and things like that. With skins like such forth. Like, for example, like uh the Desmond skin has much, well, she has bigger legs than normal skins. We have seen skins with bigger legs and such work, but um, like, it's been a long time. Also, I like how they change up the size and such forth for other skins. But let's talk about um Fortnite mirrors. So we're expecting some skins. We're also expecting return LTMs. We're expecting a lot of new, like, returning items. I mean, pumpkin launcher, a new mythic boss, possibly, um, and of course, the return of the Storm King also could possibly come in. And then, of course, another thing is the what's that? The Horde Rush LTM. So I imagine there's gonna be a lot of things added to this Fortnite Mares, but probably not everything. I imagine, like, there's probably gonna be Storm King LTM, because I mean the Storm King LTM would probably be definitely reappear this season, because it is technically supposed to, because last a couple seasons ago it didn't appear because, because it only appeared once, but I'm expecting it will appear because One is that the island itself, where the Storm King originally spawned, right in the center of the well, the middle, right, where we had the where we like back in the Apollo map, it kept like changing every single time because it had like this like set it had like a different scent like uh, we had the agency so it couldn't spawn, and then we also had the other like other things, so expect like the Storm King, because the area now is really flat and there's like only one building there. I mean, except for the Loot Lake building, but I think they can just easily like maybe move it somewhere else. I don't know, or maybe just like push it over a little bit. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, expect the Storm King team to return. Maybe I don't know. I think it might be in the way. I was kind of hoping that it might not. I mean, the old Lake House might, you know, I don't know. Um, Other thing, ex- expect another new Rift slash POI to come out. Um, but I'm not sure if it's gonna happen this update, but it might happen next update. So after the Fortnite Maris is probably gonna last for at least 2 or 3, yeah, two. So so tonight's gonna be update night, right? So it's gonna be update night, and then it's gonna be um right after that it's gonna be um then it's gonna be Fortnite Mares, and then Fortnite Mares, continue on about like for one week, and next week, well, the week after that will be the well will be a week off, dead zone, like dead area with no like update for a while, and then after that week, right around end of October, or November, right? It's crazy to think. Well, actually, that's going to be really interesting because I think we're supposed to expect the next crew pack in sometime around the end of October, like probably around the 25th, or the 25th, slash yeah around the 25th we'll expect the next crew pack to come out, and then right after that it's straight into December. As you guys know, December is supposed to be, well, supposedly it's going to be in the next chapter slash Creative 2.0. I'm really excited to see what Creative 2.0 is going to bring to us in the game. Um, as a, there's a lot of things to bring to the game for Creative 2.0. I'm hoping that we might get some couple maps featured for the Creative 2.0, like for Creative, because it's just like I don't think it will be kind of like a lot of people say like there's like one guy who said maybe add like a, I don't know, like Fortnite like might like, I don't know, anything can happen in Creative 2.0. I'm really excited to see what they make. One thing I would like to see if they can add is like an adventure game. I mean, well, an adventure creative map, because I really would like to see one like that where you can go exploring, collect loot and not such forth. It would be kind of cool. Um, but and then have like a mode where you have to fight husk or like zombies or such forth. Maybe you will be able to fight. Maybe people will be able to create new type of new type of bosses to the game. Because I know like in Minecraft, right, in the marketplace, you can create like a whole bunch of different bosses and things like that. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping that they might introduce something like that. And also, there was one YouTuber that you guys probably know, Mr. Beast, right? He played he is still playing Minecraft. Well, sort I don't know. He doesn't. I just recently watched one of his videos. Um, One of the videos that was really popular for gaming was the new like mythic boss, the mythic like super cool bosses that he created. And it kind of reminds me of those like bosses that you very rarely see because one they had multiple phases. I like the where they had the Enderman had like different phases, and then you had to like when the Enderman smashed, it would show like where the outline or the radius, or like for example if they do like a giant fireball and then it just like shoots a fireball, and then the fireball would like you would see where all that fire would spread to. And then like other things like what I'd also like to see in Fortnite, but I think they're at something like that in the Storm King, where they had multiple phases in the game in that game mode, but kind of like what they did, Mr. Beast did, was the whole like bosses and things like that, and I really liked it a lot. Personally, when I saw it, and maybe someone can create that kind of idea uh, for for like a sort of like an adventure map or something like that. Um, One thing I also would like to see is like um, the possibility of releasing, well, and I mean, Creative 2.0 is definitely coming out, but I'm thinking like Epic may have another project coming up after Creative 2.0 gets released, because they did say they have other plans for other projects for Fortnite. So I'm expecting like things like maybe a new type of game itself in Fortnite, not like a game mode, but more or less a new type of game. I know we had the imposter mode, but it was not really a game mode. It was more like, I mean, it was like a game mode, but it was not a game, a new game. I mean, like, how we have creative, we also have save the world, and of course battle royale, right? Three modes. Um, but I'm hoping that they maybe release a fourth one to the game, where the fourth one is kind of mixed between save the world and battle royale at the same time. So something like that, or we get to go ahead and kind of experience different things in that sort of maybe like a sci-fi, between a sci-fi and a fantasy world kind of style. Um, but yeah, something like that, because I would like to see something for Fortnite. Um, Speaking, Creative 2.0. So we talked about we talked about first. We talked about General possibly, possibly, coming this season. He will appear, right? But he won't make he won't be in a skin, like an item shop skin, or like, because he's way too important for a storyline character. So I imagine he's probably going to be the secret skin for next season, or maybe he might be a battle pass skin. I'm hoping he might be the battle pass, one of the battle pass skins, because I really like his outfit and his style. It kind of reminds me of like kind of like Final Fantasy, but also reminds me of one of those like futuristic slash sci-fi knights, kind of style. Like he almost kind of reminds me of Destiny, but without the hood and such forth. Um, and then of course, we also talked about the. I'm gonna recap everything. We also talked about Fortnite mirrors, what to expect for Fortnite mirrors, and then we also talked about what was the other thing? We talked about the crew pack that will come, well, sometime around the 21st or 25th. I think it was like the 25th. Because, mid somewhere around the end of October. And then of course finally, um what else? Of course the Creative 2.0, and then finally, Creative 2.0. We also talked about some things about like what Minecraft does, and we also talked about like bosses that would be kind of cool to see in creative, and we also talked about possibly an MMORPG, because I really wish that Epic would add something like a new type of game, like not a game mode, but more like a game, like it's not like kind of like between a game mode and a game, like you know how you always like back in the day you used to like select, there would be like a select screen, and then you would select all the different like type of games. You had Save the World, and then you had Battle Royale, and then you had Creative, right? I would like to see something like that, um, but not really like an LTM, more like a more like a game mode where you just like a permanent game mode, like something like that, where you go ahead, explore, experience new stuff, and everything beyond. So yeah, but who knows? Um, so yeah, uh, what and also I kind of want to talk about the what how it creates like what to expect when create like we know like the Unreal Editor slash FN, um you I guess it's called the UEFN, right, for Unreal Engine, uh and then so like I guess we can say like multiple different things come for creative, and I'm kind of hoping that the people make really cool maps by the time by the time we get released. I'm hoping it won't be like all like combat maps, because I'm kind of getting sick and tired of people creating these combat maps all the time. I want people to create like add like their own experience, like make it more expressive instead of using combat maps, because you know how many combat maps I've seen so far? Like at least 20 or 30 combat maps. They're all like 1v1 box fights. Um, or what's the other things? 1v1s or things like that. Because as you know, that Fortnite's like a battle royale game, and it's mostly kind of like where you have to fight other people and be the first person to be the last man standing. So it's like a battle royale game. So that's what I'm saying. Um, yeah, it's just like I just don't want too much combat maps. That's all, because because I don't know why, but every time when I go to like if I want to go survival, right, like do an adventure game, like adventure or such forth, right? You go ahead and you select, I don't know, like for instance, like casual, right? You got Alphist, Tower Prop Hunt, all that kind of stuff, yeah. And then you got Juggernaut, the simple stuff, right? And then of course you got Prison Breakout, Glass Bridge, all the different things like Fortnite fashion shows, things like that. Uh, and then like trick shots definitely sounds nice. And then of course got party places, and it parkour, things like that. Snipers versus cars, car stuff, right? But when you go to adventure, right? You got 100 pros, um, like 100 pros, 20 players compete either team or two teams for first place in an atmosphere of stakes and spend in a creative map. Team deathmatch, Zombieland, I mean, like, you just have so many combat maps, and it's just like kind of a little bit. I mean, it's kind of slowly, kind of not really turning into a combat map, but you can see, uh, like there are some death runs, uh, but you know, like, and there's some like GTA map, kind of like GTA maps, um, but just like like you got hiding game, you know, things like that. But then you got Dead City, oh, that's Dead Night. Um, I've never seen that. I should probably check that out. And then of course you got gun game or PvP map. I don't. I mean, I don't know. And then of course, what's this? Zombie. Oh, I should check that one out. Yeah, there's a lot of zombie maps. I really have to check out these zombie maps because I just don't want too much combat map. Um, and this is another combat map. It's not really, it's not really an adventure game. I mean, it's not an adventure game. It's not really count as an um, it's not. It doesn't really count as um, well, as an adventure slash um. It doesn't really count. It's more should be more of a like a separate like it shouldn't be in the an adventure side of things, right? Um, Teddy was this new map the back rooms survival hunter. Uh, okay, that's adventures. But see, like you know these type of things. It's just like it's like this is not technically. This is not like this is not like an adventure. It's like on the adventure, but I don't see an adventure on there. Like when I go ahead and and then same with this one. I don't understand. It has action to it, but it's not really an adventure. It's not really an adventure map or like an adventure game. Oh, this is another. Okay, but you know what I mean. Like you don't really technically put combat maps in combat maps like any combat map shouldn't be um, like anything that does with like will like blue versus red, green versus green shouldn't be in the adventure. It shouldn't be in the venture category. I mentioned this before, but this shouldn't be in the venture category. It should be totally set. It should be in back in the more on the action slash team deathmatch. But however Epic keeps putting this in the adventure map, I don't understand. It just doesn't make sense. Oh, they featured the one of my favorites. This one I really like. But you know, another thing is like this is also not an adventure map. It's more like a team deathmatch. It shouldn't be in the adventure map. I don't know why the Epic keeps doing this, but it shouldn't like Colombo's 30 level, you know, things like that. But see, Epic keeps like they keep putting like things like ooh, solve the mystery. That sounds nice. Just like you have to sort out your like Epic has to sort out like their like between combat and non-combat maps. So anything that's combat should be in the combat section. Anything that's like anything like team deathmatch or you know like those or like red versus green, all those kinds of things shouldn't be in the adventure like it shouldn't be in here. It shouldn't be here. It just doesn't make sense because the Farm Pro, see, this is not an adventure map, right? This is same thing right here, food fight. Not an adventure slash. It's not an adventure. It's a combat map. It should be in the combat section, right? So, yeah. Um, I just don't like how Epic just doesn't listen to what I'm like listen like just like they listen, but they keep putting maps in the wrong places every single time. So um, the thing is, they should like sort it out where things like the combat map and like combat maps should be in like death matches and things like that shouldn't be in death matches. It should be in I mean it should be I mean death matches shouldn't be in the adventure like category. It should be in the uh of course the deathmatch like category or the like the elimination, whatever you want to call it. Right? So as things like that. So Epic should really start thinking about fixing their like organizing their categories because it just doesn't make sense. Like a lot of things like putting like those type of things in game modes and such forth. So um now, as mentioned, is like we talked about a lot of things uh, today, but yeah. So tomorrow's Fortnite Mares, Crew Pack, all those type of things. Um, but yeah, it's just so I'm kind of like dead in the water right now. So there's nothing much, but for tomorrow's update, we'll expect a lot more. So slowly but surely next week is probably going to be a little bit more action involved. There's probably going to be more leaks as time goes on. But right now, like, I think it was like Sunday where we had like one of those like days where everything just like silence. There's nothing really to talk about because everyone's like keep like they're just like it was kind of a little bit boring yesterday, but yeah, it's just like I'm hoping that Epic makes the makes more there's more action involved in next week. I mean this week. Sorry, not next week, but this week and next week, and not like dead in the water. You know what I mean? Like a like dead zone slash dead area. Um, and of course, um, I'm hoping that Epic introduce for next season slash next chapter, and I'm really hoping that they do this. Is that I'm hoping that they introduce new type of like default sizes, because I mean we're so used to having the exact same default sizes all the time, but I'm hoping that they introduce new default sizes, like because around the world everyone has different sizes. Some people have bigger bodies, some people have smaller bodies, and some people even have um, reasonable sized bodies, but I don't know. It's just like not like change the sizes. Epic. I would like to see more sizes, like size comparison. So yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe new, and yeah, it's been 33 minutes or less, depending. Um, but yeah, I made this video quite long. I'm sorry, but I hope you guys do enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe new, and I will catch you all later. Goodbye.